Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Jeff Pang. This will be a quick 5-minute stretch routine to help provide relief for shoulder pain. Now, I recommend doing this routine at least 3 times a day in order to increase mobility and to increase range of motion. Follow along as we go through all the different stretches in real time. You can also check out the timestamps or find the movements in the descriptions found below. We're going to first start off with a warm-up. So shoulder rolls forwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next thing we're going to do are arm side crosses, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next thing we're going to do are scapular squeezes. So imagine you're pulling something towards you, towards the back like this. So 1, and imagine that shoulder blade in the back, they're trying to touch each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the first stretch we're going to do is to open up our chest. So what I want you to do is put your hands together and clasp them behind your back, push down, and then push back. And we're just going to hold this for a total of 30 seconds. And so what you're going to feel is you're going to feel both sides of the chest, the front of the chest over here, as well as the front of the shoulder get stretched out. And so remember, clasp your hands, push down, then push back. And as you hold this stretch, you will be able to slowly push back even farther to get a deeper and deeper stretch. So 30 seconds. Good. The next thing we're going to do is external rotation, and we're going to do this for 30 seconds. So the goal is to get this and rotate it like this. Now, if you want to hold it like this and you're feeling a stretch like that already on the outside, that's fine. If you want to try to get a deeper stretch, what you can do is use this hand, bring it under your elbow and around, kind of like a pretzel, and then use it to gently push down so that you can externally rotate it even more. And we're going to hold this for a total of 30 seconds. And remember, this is going to be externally rotating your shoulder. So good, 30 seconds. We're going to switch sides. So remember, if you want to do this and just rotate out like that, that's one way of doing it. Otherwise, you can bring your hand, come underneath and around, and then push down. And we're going to hold this for a total of 30 seconds, and we are slowly starting to externally rotate and gain some range of motion in our shoulder that way. So 30 seconds, in 3, in 2, in 1. Okay. Now the next stretch is our posterior capsule. So bend your elbow at 90 degrees, pull it across your chest, use this hand and push backwards. And what you're going to feel is you're going to feel a stretch in the posterior capsule right back here. And so again, bring your elbow around you, use this hand and push directly backwards to get out a stretch. Now some people prefer to do this with their elbow fully extended, and that's fine, or you can bend your elbow. So 30 seconds, switch sides, so bend your elbow, reach across your chest, use this hand, and push backwards. And we're going to hold this side as well for a total of 30 seconds. And this is, remember, going to stretch out the posterior capsule. And we're really moving towards, so anterior, then posterior. We're going to do external and internal rotation. So all the different ranges of motions of our shoulder to try to increase that range of motion, and that'll really provide some relief. So 30 seconds in 3, in 2, in 1. Good. So now we're going to switch over to inferior capsule. So bring this hand above your head and bend your elbow. And now use your other hand and push down. So my right hand is kind of around the base of my neck, a little bit lower than that. And my other hand is putting gentle pressure downwards so that I'm stretching out the inferior capsule. Now, this stretch is actually a tricep stretch, so you're going to feel it in your triceps muscle belly over here, but you're also going to be stretching out the inferior shoulder capsule, so we're actually doing two things at once here. And so hold this position, 30 seconds, good, and we're going to switch sides. So just like this side, we're going to put gentle pressure down, and remember, you're going to feel it here in the triceps, but you're also going to feel it here in the inferior joint shoulder capsule. So every time you feel that it starts getting looser, put a little bit more gentle pressure down to get a deeper and deeper stretch. Good. In 30 seconds, so 3, 2, 1. Good. So the last one is internal rotation. So for this one, you're going to need a small towel. So put your hand behind your back, and with the other hand, you're going to throw the towel behind your back, hold on with your right hand, and then slowly pull up. And so what this is going to do, it's actually going to internally rotate my shoulder. So my right hand's not actually doing anything, it's just holding onto the towel, whereas my left hand right now is actually pulling up. So pulling up ever so gently, and each time I put more pressure pulling it up, my right hand, or my right shoulder, is getting internally rotated. And so we're going to hold this for 30 seconds, in 3, 2, 1, and we're going to switch. So now my other hand on the other side, holding onto the towel and pulling up. Remember, the bottom hand is not doing anything, it's just holding onto the towel, and the other hand is just pulling straight up on that towel. And every time you pull up, you're going to feel that tension in the opposite shoulder, internally rotating that shoulder. So we're going to hold this side for 30 seconds as well, which is almost up in 3, 2, 1. Okay. I hope you found this useful. Remember, 5 minutes, that's all it takes to stretch out the shoulder. Try to do this routine 3 times a day in order to provide relief for your shoulder pain.